If you guys have spent a lot of time on the internet in the last 1.5 or 2 years, and I know you did, then I'm pretty sure that you must be aware of the YouTube video genre known as country slander videos. These are short meme videos that are essentially made to poke fun at stereotypes about a certain country or poke fun at its politics, etc. by being ironic and essentially turning the entire country into a meme. These have been popping out on YouTube about many countries, America, countries of Europe, countries of Asia, other places all around the world, and I'm delighted to tell you guys that of course these memes also exist about Russia. And they are pretty amazing. Hello Blazers, it is your boy Roman, your favorite neighborhood Russian. Hi guys, doing today? Welcome to a brand new video, and in today's video guys, I, a Russian who lived most of his life in Russia, who grew up in Russia in the city of Chelyabinsk, I'm going to be reacting to Russia Slander. Because in my opinion, not only are these videos very hilarious, but also with my very insightful commentary from a regular Russian guy who really doesn't know anything, will provide you with a lot of crucial cultural knowledge about Russia. Now really, the only problem with this particular video is that a lot of these slander videos feature very famous copyrighted songs, and I like to make money for my videos sometimes. So yeah guys, if I get copyrighted, I'm just gonna replace the songs with royalty for ukulele, just for you guys. And also I want to remind you guys that if you want to support this channel, you can go to the link down in the description, become a YouTube member. It's basically like YouTube's own version of Patreon, and it's the best way to support me. You can also do a super thanks as well underneath this video. I really appreciate it, it helps me out a lot. And now guys, finally that we're done with the e-bagging for today, let's actually get into this Russia slander. Okay, that's already good. It gets copyrighted from here, guys, but you know what song this is, right? So that intro edit is just great, so I had to keep it in its original state. Sorry guys, that's the Chelyabinsk coming out. Guys, why do you have to start right away with Chelyabinsk? Okay, they started right away with Moscow. If you're Russian, you gotta make fun of Moscow, you know? I've already made a video about this, why Russians hate Moscow, you know? All of us provincial boys in Russia, we love joking about Moscow all the time. It's just our national pastime. I would say that this is genuinely my face when I used to wake up in Chelyabinsk. But yeah, the reason why Chelyabinsk in particular was picked is because Chelyabinsk, my hometown, is a huge meme in Russia. First of all, because my city is basically famous for having a lot of gopniks and terrible air pollution. And honestly, you know, I can't really disprove those facts. Chelyabinsk has been a meme for the longest time now, and even in recent episode of Family Guy in Russia, they showed Chelyabinsk, so you know, we've got some clout. But yeah, overall, if we're being honest, Chelyabinsk is not that bad of a city. There's very bad areas, sure. But overall, it's a large metropolitan city that has over 1 million residents, and it's the 7th largest city in Russia, I believe, so it's not like a dead village or something, but it's not New York, you know? I got love for Chelyabinsk in my heart for sure. I would want to go back to it one day, but I don't think I want to live there. The whole joke here basically is that people who do like IT or who are like artists or whatever from St. Petersburg or Moscow, these people are essentially seen as fanboys because, you know, they're metropolitan liberals, you know, who have progressive views and whatnot. So yeah, I guess this is true. This is what an average, I would say that this is what the average artist and IT guy who escaped to Georgia from St. Petersburg looks like, pretty much. Me as fuck. That's good. That doesn't need any explanation, I think. Okay, 2 words about Khabarovsk. Khabarovsk is also a city in deep far eastern Russia, essentially. It's known to be a relatively liberal city, actually. They had anti-government protests there for like months in 2020 at one point, right? So, but yes, Khabarovsk, being a classic provincial Russian town located in a very cold, gray area, also has the reputation of essentially the city being, you know, filled with gopniks and, you know, alcoholics and all these weird-ass people. But if we're talking about discussions that happen at night in Khabarovsk, maybe this is more likely. Right, so in this one they're saying that St. Petersburg people basically treat being from St. Petersburg as a character trait, and it's kind of true in a sense. I mean, St. Petersburg is a very unique city in Russia that has that entire European aesthetic, you know, and everything. It's got that artsy vibe to it, you know, there's a lot of bohemian artists and, you know, whatnot. I mean, probably not at this point because they all left, but you know what I'm saying, right? It's the cultural capital of Russia. It's had that name for a long time. So yeah, sometimes people from St. Petersburg do think that they are different just because they're from St. Petersburg. And honestly, guys, I can't really call anybody out because I moved to St. Petersburg myself at one point, so we're all just wannabes. These are pretty good, these are pretty good. Here's the thing guys, I'm having trouble in this video whether I should explain this to you guys or not, because this is very obvious stuff to Russians, you know, but if I would explain every single thing, this video would be like 50 hours long, so let's just move on. Damn, that's kind of fucking edgy, I'm not gonna lie. But yes, in Krasnodar Krai in Russia, that's basically the south of Russia, there's always floods and, you know, terrible natural disasters every single year, and it almost seems like, you know, the government hasn't ever, you know, really tried to sort out that issue, so it's just like a constant thing that happens every spring at this point. So yeah, they're basically showing that Krasnodarsky Krai just basically gets fucking flushed off the face of the earth every single spring. And I mean, yeah, I feel like the way Russia treats these natural disasters is kind of like the way Russia treats cleaning streets when winter and spring comes in Russia, because there's winter and huge amounts of snowfall every single year in Russia, and yet every single year the communal services are never ready for this huge amounts of snow. And also every spring, when all the snow starts melting and the streets basically turn into dog shit and mush that you literally cannot walk over, and I'm not exaggerating, this is literally what like my fucking backyard looks like forever for my whole life. And so did the streets, in Chelyabinsk at least. And please don't come at me with, oh, in Moscow the streets are clean. I don't give a fuck what's going on in your goddamn Moscow. It's barely a representation of what actually happens in Russia, okay? So get out of here with your privileged ass, please. So yeah, the streets are just always covered in shit, and always, year after year, every single year, the city council and, you know, the services are never ready for the sudden events of snow melting. You know, this is definitely not been happening for the last fucking hundreds of years in Russia, because that's the climates we have. No, they never know what to do. They never expect that something's gonna happen, so they just don't do shit, and the streets are just covered in complete garbage. And it's kind of the same here, basically, guys, with these natural disasters, you know, so, makes you think. This is now Z. This is now a Z video, because they included Crimea in Russia. Mr. Beast probably edited this, guys. Right. Yeah, St. Petersburg is known for being rainy and stuff, for being gloomy. I didn't know that drivers from Kirov had a particular worse driving skill than anybody else in Russia, but fair, maybe one day I'll visit and check it out. I would honestly also add St. Petersburg to this as well, because when I lived in St. Petersburg during the winter, holy shit, like, the sun would come out maybe one every 7 days for like an hour in the day, you know? It's not fun. Yeah, guys, this one is fucking good. This is one of my favorites. We had to start with this one because it mentions Chelyabinsk, of course. I had to comment on my beloved, my only and true love forever, Tankograd. But yeah, let's see what else there is. This is crazy to me, right? Seeing how meme culture is already adapting to the new realities of Russia or whatever, because here, I've already talked about this in a video here in this channel, but it's essentially these lessons that Russia is organizing in schools now, essentially teaching patriotism to kids and whatnot, and traditional values, and basically, you know, teaching them how the special military operation in Z is very important, you know, and we have to support it. And they start conducting these lessons, by the way, to kids as young as, like, you know, the 2nd and the 3rd grade, by the way, which is insane. So in this one, yeah, it's basically, this propaganda lesson is the last lesson in school, everybody just fucking dips. And you know what I gotta say? I'm really happy with the youth of Russia. If this is like their if this is their genuine opinion about these, you know, propaganda lessons in school, then maybe not everything is lost yet. True. Look, it's not that bad, okay? Gotta give him props. I'll explain this one as well. Basically, the city of Omsk in Russia is kind of a meme in itself as well. It's kind of like Chelyabinsk, they're like brothers in that sense. But Omsk, essentially, just like Chelyabinsk, by the way, had a metro plant that was supposed to be actually constructed, I think probably even in the times of the Soviet Union. But all they did in Omsk, basically, is that they created one station. Actually, it's not even a station, it's actually an under-street crossing. That nevertheless, they did put this sign of metro above. So, they never actually built the metro. However, they do have this one non-station with the metro logo in it, so it's like really fucking bizarre. And this has been basically a go-to joke about Omsk for years now. What just captures the essence of life in a particular country more than slander videos? I don't know, guys, I don't know. This might be humanity's greatest invention. So true, so true. I like this one. This is a good one, because they're, you know, doing the dichotomy between Russia and Moscow, which is something that I always try to do in this channel as well, because I always try to explain to people that Moscow is basically a bubble that does not represent majority of Russia. Maybe. Kinda true, yeah, there's always a strange relationship that Moscow residents have with the rest of Russians. Because there are some Muscovites that do think that they're like more enlightened or whatever, and then the provincials hate them back just the same way. I mean, look, like, kinda true as well. Like, if you're from Moscow, you're really not from the hood. You know what I mean? You're like a sissy little bitch, you know? I mean, I'm sorry, but it's true. Like, any foreigner who lives in Moscow, or any Muscovite who lives in Moscow, in the center of Moscow, has no right to talk shit to me that my view of Russia is wrong and whatnot, because you live in a bubble, and you literally live a better life than most Russians will ever live. So, like, yes, you are a little femboy, essentially. Me, though, from Chelyabinsk, I'm the real alpha male. That's basically what I'm trying to say, guys. Yeah, that was my whole point, so let's move on. I mean, look, yeah, the Russian posts, they're not the best, but realistically, right, here's what I'm asking. Is there really a single post service in any country that actually doesn't suck ass? I mean, because from what I've seen, right, from what people all over the world have told me, Americans shit on their postal system as well. They shit on USPS. In the UK, people say that Royal Mail sucks, right? And I've also heard from countless people from many different countries that their postal services also suck. So, like, it seems like post just sucks ass overall. In every place in the world or what? I mean, I don't know. Yes, Russians make fun of Russian posts as well, but is there genuinely at least one good postal service in the world that the people who live in that country do not complain about? Because, like, I kinda do not believe that, to be quite honest. In the comments, tell me if your postal service in your country is good. True. I mean, everywhere though, not just Russia, let's be honest. I'm pretty sure that Lockheed Martin is doing pretty well this year. Thank you. This is what I was talking about. Once again, every fucking time there's snow or there's slush, they're like, what? What is this? This is crazy weather that we've never seen in this country before. Fucking true, man. I support this message. That's good. This is fucking good. Sunlight is basically a fashion jewelry store in Russia, and they're all over the place in the entirety of Russia, and basically what they do is that, like, every single month, essentially, they always say that the store is closing, and they're doing, like, a final sale, so this is, like, your last time to get everything, but then they don't close. And I've personally seen Sunlight do this many times. They constantly always spam you saying that our store is closing, and you gotta, you know, get the shit on sale, but then, once again, like I said, they never actually close. So yes, very true as well. And also now, guys, to round this video off, I found something very interesting. I found a Russian Special Military Operations Slander video, and it's essentially what you might expect from it. Yes, I was maybe wrong. Maybe not only are, you know, normal people are making these videos, but also people who are Z, so there's always gonna be something to ruin your day when you're having a good one, you know, for fuck's sake. Because I was having a great day before I saw this. Anyways, guys, yeah, I guess this is gonna be pretty much it for today's video, though. We reacted to a bunch of stereotypes and a bunch of facts about Russia, and what do I gotta say? I do enjoy Russian slander, and I do want to see more of this stuff coming out soon. And I do enjoy how it does touch on modern issues, not just, you know, some stereotypes about Russia from, like, you know, 20 centuries ago or something. It's very in the moment, they are the moments, and I'm here for it. But yeah, guys, once again, if you did enjoy today's video, please make sure to slap the like on it. As well, guys, once again, if you want to support me additionally, you can go over to a link down in the description, become a YouTube member. It's basically like YouTube's own version of Patreon, and it's the best way to support me. You can also do a super thanks as well underneath this video. And yeah, guys, that is going to be pretty much it for today's video, though, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.